What's up, everyone? It's Q from Retro Q Gaming, and I'm torn at the moment. Now, what am I torn between? I'm torn between my hype and motivation for the Xbox One Project Scorpio. So, I'll get into it now in a second why I'm kind of torn on it as it is at the moment. But first off, if you're not familiar with the Project Scorpio, I'll just give you a very, very quick and brief outline of it. The Xbox One, as we know, released in 2013 to kind of a lukewarm reception. It is, unfortunately, a bit of an underpowered console, as is the PlayStation 4. So, because of all of that, Microsoft have announced that they're releasing what's been referred to as a mid-generation refresh, in the sense that it's still technically an Xbox One and will play all Xbox One games, and any game released from this generation will have to play in the Xbox One and the Project Scorpio. It's going to be a significantly upgraded and more powerful version of the Xbox One. So games will run better, games will look better, they will run at more stable or increased frame rates, better resolutions or more stable resolutions in the case of games that use dynamic resolutions. And games can be programmed to take advantage of higher quality settings like better graphics, better visuals, better textures, better effects, etc., etc., better anti-aliasing, all that. So that's the main thing. The hardware specs are vastly improved from the base Xbox One, and they're vastly improved over anything any other competitor like Nintendo or Sony has to offer. So that's the brief overlook of the Xbox One Project Scorpio. Why am I teetering off on my hype and enthusiasm for the Project Scorpio? When it was first rumored and first announced, I was kind of up on the hype for it, and the reason for that is because I like to get the best experience for my games when I play them. If I have a choice between buying a game on an Xbox One, a PS4, I would buy it on the PS4 because chances are it would play better. If it was going to be out on PC as well, I would buy the PC copy because obviously, with the exception of Batman Arkham Knight at launch, it will run, look, and perform better on my PC. So, obviously, I am not the standard consumer. I have an extremely high-end and expensive PC, but my point is pretty valid to me. Obviously, it's not for everyone, but I'm talking about this from my enthusiasm and my possible prospective purchase of a Project Scorpio. So the reason for that is lately, especially within the last couple of days or the last week or so, I put out a video talking about what is the justification and how do you make something worth it and worthwhile as a purchase or an investment. Now, the main reason why, see, I was thinking about this before I made that video, and then I wanted to make this one as a knock-on effect, specifically focusing on the Project Scorpio. The reason for that is I'm an Xbox One Day 1 early adopter. I bought it on Day 1, as I mentioned. I queued up at midnight to get my pre-order. It was that simple. I was one of the people who was forced with an Xbox One Connect, because Connect, you couldn't buy a Connectless Xbox One at the time, so I paid €500 for a Day 1 Xbox One with Connect. And I bought one game with it as well, so that was a little bit of extra under. I got Dead Rising 3. But my point is that nearly 4 years later, I have 9 games on my Xbox One, including digital games. I have 9 games on my Xbox One. 8 retail, 1 digital. Okay? So, is that a good return on investment? And on top of that, for the remainder of 2017, there are currently no announced games that I plan on buying on an Xbox One. And when you take that into consideration, as well as the collection of Xbox One games I have, I use the term collection loosely, I have I have roughly half my games on my Xbox One, also on my PC, where they look, perform, and control considerably better. Dead Rising 3 eventually came to Steam. I got it on Steam on a Steam sale dirt cheap. Dead Rising 4, while I don't have it on PC, and I probably never will unless it becomes dirt cheap because it's not a very good game, you get my point. Also available on PC approximately a month after release of Xbox One, maybe 2 months, but I want to say it was just one. Let's see what else we have on there. Gears of War Ultimate Edition was also available on PC, released a while later, but I only got a chance to buy it recently when I upgraded to Windows 10. Let's see what else we have. Quantum Break, released day one on PC as well. I eventually bought it on a Steam sale, you get my point, so I had it on there. Now, obviously I realized the Steam copy didn't come until later, but it was still available on Windows 10 on day one. Gears of War 4, released simultaneously on Xbox One and PC. I have a digital copy, as well as a physical copy, mind you, because, I'm an idiot like that. But you get my point. God, what else was on there? Halo 5, obviously that still remains an Xbox One exclusive. Halo the Master Chief Collection, also an Xbox One exclusive. Rare Replay, and I think that's all my games. I think that, yeah. Oh, Halo Wars 2 as well, but that's digital, so yeah, it comes across on both. Anyway, you get my point. So, everything that is announced for this year, or already announced for beyond this year, I have no upcoming purchases on Xbox One. Sure, they're going to release Halo 6 eventually, I'll buy it. They're going to release Gears of War 5, I'll buy it. You get my point. But the thing is, now with the Xbox Live Play Anywhere system, if I buy a digital game of something that I would buy on the Xbox, it will most likely, as it's promised, like all upcoming future Xbox One games or Xbox IPs will also be available on PC using this program. So, if I'm going to buy a version of a game that's also going to be available on PC, I have no reason to buy it on the Xbox. And because of that, my PC will run everything significantly better than an Xbox will. And chances are it will run everything significantly better than a Project Scorpio will. It is, on paper, in sheer numbers, roughly twice as powerful as a Project Scorpio. Now, I realize there's more nuances to it than that. The Xbox, not just the Xbox, but consoles in general offer lower level optimization, which is obviously good. However, on the PC side of it, more and more engines are now being less of pieces of crap and are releasing highly optimized. So that's an improvement on there. There's obviously more features and all, and more nuanced technology and hardware availability on PC graphics cards, high-end PC graphics cards especially, in relation to just sheer numbers and benchmarks and things like that. So chances are everything on my PC is going to run considerably better. So why do I have to buy anything on Xbox? And I'm not saying it to bash the Xbox. What I'm using that to illustrate is, why should I buy anything on why should I buy a Project Scorpio? Something that I was originally hyped for and had originally intended to buy on day one. Now, I realize this is kind of an inopportune moment to make this video, for the simple reason is we don't know too much about Xbox One Project Scorpio. We don't know all the fine details. We don't know absolutely everything it's capable of. We don't know the actual realistic kind of performance we'll get from it. We don't know the price. We don't even know the physical look of it outside of a dev kit. And we don't know the proper retail availability outside of the end of 2017 somewhere. So, the reason why this is inopportune is about a month from now we have E3. The biggest showcase of the year for all these gaming companies and publishers. And of course, Microsoft are bound to lead the charge, or lead their Xbox conference with the charge of the Project Scorpio, if you ask me. Because it's a big thing. I think they'll give us all the details we need on there. But the fact is that with everything that's going to be available to me from Microsoft in the future, also available to me on my preferred and technically superior platform, do I need a Project Scorpio? As time goes by and I think about it more and more details come out, I lean towards more no, I do not need a Project Scorpio. And that could change, but I'm currently on the fence. I went from originally, when I originally saw it and heard about it, I was kind of at like the 70-80% that I wanted to buy it. That went up, believe it or not. That went up to like 90 or almost 100% that I was going to buy it day one. And then it started tumbling down slowly but surely as time went by, and I thought about it logically more and more. And now, here I am at the start of May 2017, a month from E3, roughly 6 or 7 months before the Project Scorpio is probably supposed to be released. And I'm at the 50-50 mark. I could go either way. Based on what I find out in the next month or the next several months preceding E3, what'll happen? Will they wow me? Do I have a reason to buy Xbox One Project Scorpio? Are we going to have a significant amount? Are Microsoft going to backpedal on their promise of Xbox Live Play Anywhere? Are we going to see Halo 6 release? Are we going to see Gears of War 5 released exclusively on Xbox One and not PC? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Anyway, my point to do with all of that is the fact that as it stands at the moment, the Project Scorpio is offering me, what it offers me is diminishing day by day. So we'll see how it goes. And the next month, up to the Microsoft press conference, and then the next several months after until the Scorpio's release, we'll see how it goes. I'm not bashing it, and obviously it's a great choice for some people, and it's a different choice and a quality upgrade for some people based on what we know. But for me, it's day by day, it's offering me less and less. And for something that's probably going to be a 5, maybe €600 purchase, I was going to say console, but purchase, I don't think I can justify it. We'll see how it goes. There's plenty of time. Anyway, where do you stand on the Project Scorpio debate? Is it worth it for you? Is it going to be your main platform of choice? Because the improved performance and gains and all, are you going to see it on all your maybe 50 strong, 100 strong game library of Xbox One? Or are you like me and you barely play it because of you only use it for a select amount of things? And could that potentially not be worth it for you? Anything to do with the Scorpio, let me know in the comment section below anyway. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. You can follow me on Twitter. Details in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I will see you on the rest of the videos in my channel.